As a business owner, the last thing you probably need is yet another thing to think about. But cybersecurity is so critical, and it's probably lower on your list of potential priorities to think about and potential risks to think about when it should be much higher on that list. Here's why. Thousands of people and businesses get hit with cyber attacks every day. And this goes from smaller mom and pop style stores who don't have a whole cybersecurity team or IT infrastructure to huge Fortune 500 companies. Some common sense things you can do are having things such as a firewall, an antivirus. Make sure your team is trained on phishing and cybersecurity threat emails, because all it takes is one email in your organization that somebody opens and clicks on the wrong link or double clicks on the wrong file that can compromise your whole system. And these kinds of cyber attacks aren't limited to unsophisticated mom and pop shops. They're also targeting Fortune 500 companies that have huge IT teams and IT infrastructures because of a lack of some common sense training for their employees. So some common sense tactics you can use are: make sure you have a firewall, make sure you have an antivirus system, make sure all of your employees are trained on phishing emails and what kinds of files to open or not open, and what a phishing email looks like, what it sounds like, because if they open the wrong email, it could compromise you and your systems. If you're involved in a lawsuit because of a data breach, the first thing they're going to ask is what you did to help prevent this from happening. And if you were negligent or there were some common sense things that you could have done but you didn't do, a lot of times that's going to be enough to say that you were negligent in cybersecurity and that you're responsible for the damage it caused. So you also want to make sure that you've got cybersecurity insurance to help protect you and defend you if there's ever a cybersecurity attack. A huge example of a cybersecurity attack was the MGM attack at the end of 2023. All of MGM's computers were hacked. A number of social security numbers were compromised. Their casinos in Vegas all went down. It was so bad that guests couldn't get into their own hotel rooms. They couldn't access their rooms. They couldn't get checked in. They couldn't get checked out. Many guests were unable to gamble. It shut the whole casino floor down, and MGM has estimated that that hack alone is probably going to cost MGM more than $100 million in potential liabilities. You don't want this to be you or your business. Make sure you're doing some common sense things like I talked about earlier in the video. Make sure you've got cybersecurity insurance, and ask your cybersecurity insurance for some proactive things that you can be doing for you and your business to help prevent a cybersecurity attack. Because before a cybersecurity attack occurs, your insurance company is going to be one of your best friends in helping prevent a cybersecurity attack. This is because their money is on the line as well. The more cybersecurity attacks they help you prevent, the more likely they are to hold on to the money that they would have otherwise had to pay out as an insurance settlement. So if you ask them, they will help give you tips and tricks and even potentially a training that can help you and your business prevent cybersecurity attacks and to get out ahead of this. Because one thing is for sure, cybersecurity attacks are only going to get worse with time, not better, especially with the advent of AI. People are going to fall increasingly victim to call scams where somebody can call you and literally sound like somebody you know, and they're requesting information over the phone, and it literally sounds like the person you believe is calling you, even though it's a hacker and it's an AI-generated voice. So you also want to be careful about what sensitive information you're giving out over the phone or over emails, because that could also lead to a potential compromise of your systems. If your business has been the victim of a cyber attack, make sure you act quickly, because this is another question that's going to be asked about what you did and how quickly you did it to help ensure that you limited any damage to the potential victims. So if you've been the victim of a cyber attack, make sure you talk to your IT team or you hire an IT team immediately. Find out what you can do to prevent the access of any additional information, to help prevent any of the information from being used maliciously, and what you can do to help prevent any potential future liability against you. Now, this last part is going to be much harder to do once the hack has already happened. So what you need to do if the hack has already happened is talk to your lawyer so that you're well prepared for what's potentially going to come next, including inquiries about what you did to prevent additional access to the information, what you did to help protect the people whose information was improperly accessed, and to interface with your insurance company to help ensure that your claim is going to be covered instead of being denied. Ensure the safety of your business by having a lawyer ready if a cyber attack occurs. Unfortunately, in today's age, it's not a matter of if a cyber attack will occur, but when for you and your business. You want to be prepared. You want to make sure you have the right players in place to be able to act quickly. If you found this information helpful, like and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be having a lot more content to help you. And if you've got any questions, drop them below.